Hi guys, Alex here with Inside. Today we're going to be talking about a new branded residence in Dubai from the Waldorf Astoria in DIFC. Those of you who have been following me along know that I am a fan of several investment theses in the UAE. One being branded residences, especially in Dubai, where the market is a little bit more mature. Then you have Dubai Islands and Palm Jebel Ali, so areas by the water where there's a master plan. And then, of course, Ras Al Khaimah and Saadiyat being, let's say, an honorable mention beyond that. Just prices there are a bit high at this point, but still possible. So branded residences, why are they good? Well, for one, Dubai has 72,000 millionaires and 17 billionaires. That number grows by roughly 5,000 every single year as people leave their countries and relocate to the UAE for the quality of life and the tax regime, amongst other things. And so this number of people who can and want to have high-end luxury residences is increasing, but the supply is highly limited. There is roughly about 50 branded residences in Dubai as of now, with over 100 planned in total over the coming 5 years. And so this segment is interesting because it's less subject to economical fluctuations, to recessions, because the willingness to pay for these clients is generally fairly stable. This is not their first residence, usually not even their second. They have multiple residences around the world where, I have clients who fly in for a couple of weeks a year just to live in Dubai for, during New Year's, and then travel to, whether it's Bali, Russia, or Europe, elsewhere, to other destinations where they also have residences. So what this means for you as an investor is that there is a strong demand for luxury units, especially ones from brands such as Waldorf Astoria, Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, etc. And this is why this is a good investment thesis, because this is the one segment of the market where it's possible to have returns of 200-300%. Case in point being Royal Atlantis and Bulgari, where people bought units for 10 to 12 million a couple years ago, and 2 years later resold for between 35 and 45 million, sometimes higher. And so what this shows you is it is possible to make these kinds of returns, and this is usually the only segment in the market, the high-end luxury residences, where you can do that. So as I have investors in the segment, I'm a huge fan, and I like making my clients money when we have the option to invest in these types of units. So let's dig in, and I will explain the nuances, and you can see whether this can be good for yourself to live in or as an investment. As I mentioned, the location is here in DIFC. So here you're right across the road from Burj Khalifa and downtown. You have DIFC over here, and you have Zabeel, with One Zabeel, the famous building, being over here. And if we take a look, a lot of the area around here is kind of private land, owned by royal family and low-rise buildings. So realistically, because these units, there's only 28 units here, they're going to be looking over low-rise buildings. You're either going to have a view of the Zabeel and Ras Al Khor, maybe you'll see some flamingos if you're lucky, or towards Bulgari Island. This is important to say that this is an existing hotel. This is an existing Waldorf Astoria 5-star hotel, 130-year-old brand from New York. And this means that this is a ready building. There's not going to be a long construction period. And the payment plan here is 30/70, meaning they're taking some existing floors from the building and completely renovating them to be residences. So here we have an interesting coincidence where we can have basically a 30% down payment, and then handover is in May of 2025, so in about 6 months. And for that, we can get a mortgage. So I wouldn't say that you can buy these and then flip them a couple months later. That's not going to work. But as a longer term investment hold, this could be interesting. When I say longer term here, I mean 3 to 5 years, where we buy it now, we get a mortgage on handover in May of 2025, and then we hold on to it for a couple years as this area is being built up, as there's basically we wait for the branded luxury branded residence segment to expand, and then we can resell down the line. So let's take a deeper look here at the project. As I mentioned, it's a brand from New York from 1893. So it's quite old historical brand, and this iteration is no different in Dubai. So the residences will feature 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments, where 1 bedroom start from 5.5 to 7 million dirham. There are 1,200 square feet plus. 2 bedrooms are 10 to 13 million, and they're 1,700 square feet plus. And the 3 bedrooms are 35 million, and they are huge at 4,300 square feet. And of course, they're all fully furnished. You have full access to all the Waldorf Astoria amenities, so it's a fully serviced building. So for those of you who like these types of amenities like concierge, valet, a cigar lounge, I'll show you pictures here in a second. So you'll have very high-end amenities, and you'll have the opportunity to entertain guests here, maybe host company meetings or retreats. Imagine being here with your family, on a holiday. Beautiful, beautiful space. You'll have a steakhouse, different types of restaurants. You'll have, of course, a fitness center, spa zone. So all in all, it's a very, let's say, luxury, high-end, sophisticated space. And I'm sure you've been to hotels like Waldorf Astoria around the world. So if you like the brand, this is a perfect opportunity. I want to show you a bit of the interior designs. So you can see that it's a nice, color palette that's still distinguished, but not, not super neutral. It has a lot of kind of red colors, which you can associate with Waldorf Astoria. Nice shelf lighting for display for different design pieces that you have. And you have beautiful views over the entire city from everywhere in the apartments. Let's take a step back and summarize. We have Waldorf Astoria residences in the DIFC. It's part of the luxury branded residence segment here in the UAE, which presents opportunities for doubling or even tripling your money. We've already had cases like this with Bulgari and Royal Atlantis and other luxury residences in the past. So here, these are fully furnished, 51 to 55th floor, only 28 units, 1 to 3 bedrooms in DIFC. Super key location. You're very close to Burj Khalifa. And so this could be an interesting opportunity, especially because it's a ready, completed building. And these units will be ready in May of 2025, where we can get a mortgage for 70%. So all in all, I would recommend this for 2 types of people, either end users, if you want to live there, whether it's a secondary or primary residence or tertiary, that's one option. And 2 is for an investor who sees the strategic potential for these types of investments over the next 3, 5+ years. And this can also present a significant opportunity for capital appreciation. Rental-wise, probably negligible. I wouldn't recommend it. Short-term flip, also not a good idea. So all in, I think you can gauge for yourself where you fall into this category. If you've watched my prior videos, you know that typically I work with professional investors, family offices, as well as investment funds. And generally, I help them create and execute a particular portfolio strategy. And this comes from my background in private equity and venture capital in the States, in Europe, and in Asia. So I know very well how to curate and execute a portfolio strategy. And so I end up curating and managing my clients' portfolios rather than just simply selling them a project. So if this resonates for you and you want to have an opportunity to work together, I'm also picky with my clients. I work with people who are ready to enter into a dialogue and a long-term partnership, and then it ends up working well for everyone involved. And I use my contacts and connections to get the best possible deals, conditions, units that are not available in the broader market. So if this resonates for you guys, then I'm happy to work with you. You can reach out to me through the link in this video. Just make sure you say it's for Alex, or I'm not going to get your message. You can do it through our other channels like Telegram or LinkedIn. And I appreciate you guys' attention. Thank you for following along. I'll see you next time.